KOMO News starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Gabe Cohen.
And I'm Michelle Esteban. Thanks for joining us. We begin with a tragic story out of SeaTac. Detectives right now trying to figure out who shot and killed a motel clerk late last night.
It happened at the America's Best Value Inn on 99, just south of the airport. And the sheriff's office confirms to us tonight that it's all linked to a robbery. The Coast Guard rescued a couple this morning who ran into trouble while sailing from Hawaii to Bellingham. Rescuers say the 46-foot boat hit rough seas off the coast of Grays Harbor. You can see in this video, the husband and wife were both hoisted to safety in a helicopter. They were treated for hypothermia. Gig Harbor Police and the Tacoma Police Marine Unit were called out to a small plane down this afternoon in the water off McNeil Island. The plane had taken off from the Tacoma Narrows Airport. The pilot was waiting for help on the wing of the homemade plane when the Marine Unit arrived. Police say that pilot is okay, but the plane sank in the shallow water off the island. No word yet on what caused the plane to crash land. A Seattle woman living near Green Lake says she no longer feels safe in her home. Sarah tells us a couple weeks ago, two strangers showed up in her yard, and when she asked what they were doing there, they told her they were trying to break into a home nearby. She yelled at them to leave, and she says one of them attacked her. Sarah suffered a fractured nose, knee, and a sprained wrist. Seattle police have not found the man who attacked her. Sarah thinks they are homeless, but at this point in the investigation, police can't confirm if that's the case. In Oregon, state leaders held a news conference outside the Sheridan Federal Corrections Institution. That's where more than 100 immigrants are being held by ICE agents. 1,600 immigrants are being held right now in facilities across the country, including the Federal Detention Center in SeaTac. Oregon lawmakers are speaking out against President Trump's policy of separating immigrants from their children. And most of those separated children are being held in newly built tent cities along the U.S.-Mexico border. And the number of those tent cities is growing. ABC's Lydia Lopez with the president's response. Here's a live look over downtown Seattle right now. It is a beautiful weekend here in the Puget Sound. But some of the lowest tides of the year are causing some big headaches for boaters. Friday tides got to minus 3.7 feet in the afternoon. That's the lowest tide of the year so far. KOMO's Suzanne Fawn is at the Port of Everett's 10th Street boat ramp with a closer look at some of those problems. And here's a live look at Coleman Dock. A lot of passengers getting out of town this Father's Day weekend, and that is backing up ferry traffic. Today, we have seen wait times up to 3 hours on the Mukilteo-Clinton route. And on the Anacortes-San Juan Islands route, there is more than an hour wait time due to a bent propeller on the Yakima. And now let's get a closer look at the weather. Aaron, we are gearing up for some, is it sunny out there? What do you think?
Yeah, we're dealing with some sunshine. In fact, though, we're dealing with a few pop-up showers out there, some thunderstorms to be had, Gabe. So, Michelle, if you like this.
And right now, the UW baseball team's on the field in their first ever College World Series. Tonight, they're taking on Mississippi State in a double elimination style bracket. If they win today, they'll face North Carolina on Monday. A loss would pit them against Oregon State. If the Huskies make it to the World Series finals, a best-of-3 series would decide the champion.
I sort of feel as though the Mariners' confidence is rubbing off on those Huskies.
Something's working.
Something is working indeed. Coming up on KOMO News, baseball, not the only sport heating up here in Seattle.
Plus, a local woman's incredible story that took her from inmate to attorney.